with no steel or concrete, yet a bridge could stand firm for 1,400 years. How did our ancestors achieve this? At first, people crossed rivers by placing stone piers in the water and laying stone slabs on top, like setting a long bench across the river, so it was called a bench bridge. But a bench bridge could only cross narrow rivers. If the river grew wide, the slabs would bend and snap. Then you came up with an idea. Add more stone piers to shorten the distance each slab had to span. But too many piers blocked boats, and during floods, those piers were easily washed away, making passage even more difficult. Later, while exploring a cave, you noticed that even though the inside was hollow, it still didn't collapse, likely because of the natural arch shape overhead. So you decided to copy that shape, stacking stones into an arch between the two riverbanks. But as you built, gaps always appeared between the stones. Even if you filled the spaces with sand and gravel, the arch still collapsed under uneven pressure. So you cut every stone so it was wide at the top and narrow at the bottom. When the arch was completed, the stones locked tightly together, and as they pressed against one another, the force traveled along the curve into the supporting bases on each side. This made the whole bridge firm and removed the need for any piers, letting boats and floodwater pass freely. But the earliest stone arches were half circles. Though they could span farther, the arch was too tall, making the bridge rise like a small mountain, hard for carts, horses, and people to climb. So you boldly changed the cutting angles of the stones, pressing that tall half circle downward into a lower bow-shaped arch. To stop the stones from shifting, you linked each pair with metal tie bars, turning them into one solid body. Now the bridge deck became both stable and level. But just when you thought every problem was solved, the river flooded. Even though the big arch was wide enough to release water, the force of the flood was so fierce the bridge still faced danger of collapsing. So you carved two small side arches beside the main arch. When floods came, these small arches diverted water and reduced the weight of the bridge, making the whole structure lighter and steadier. Then you realized strength alone wasn't enough. You needed protection too. So at the top of the arch, you carved dragon heads on each side. They weren't only decoration. During heavy rain, water poured out of their mouths like real dragons spouting streams, protecting the bridge from being damaged while carrying people's hopes of guarding the river and keeping the land safe forever. Congratulations, you have designed the greatest bridge under heaven, Jiaozhou Bridge. For more than 1,400 years, through floods, wars, and earthquakes, it has never fallen, a true miracle of engineering.